Hello, coin collectors and history lovers. Welcome back to Worth Old Coins, the home of rare and valuable coins from all around the world. Today, we're counting down the top 4 most valuable coins that every collector dreams of finding. These coins may look ordinary, but some of them are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. We'll look at each coin's history, mint mark condition, and current market value. So make sure to watch till the end to see which one takes the #1 spot. And if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss the next rare coin video from Worth Old Coins. Now let's dive into the top 4 rare coins worth big money today. Top 1. The 1917 1 dime with no mint mark, a rare Mercury dime that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. This coin in extra fine condition holds massive value for collectors, and in today's video, we'll uncover its history, background mint details, and current market price in dollars. So stay tuned till the end. This coin might just be sitting in your old collection. The 1917 1 dime belongs to the Mercury dime series, officially called the Winged Liberty Head dime. That IT was designed by Adolph A. Weinman, the same artist who also designed the famous Walking Liberty half dollar. The coin was introduced in 1916, replacing the Barber dime, and was minted until 1945. That IT became an instant symbol of freedom, liberty, and strength, ideals deeply valued during the World War I era. On the obverse front, you'll see Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap, representing freedom of thought. Collectors began calling it the Mercury dime because Lady Liberty's winged cap resembled the Roman god Mercury, the messenger of the gods. That on the reverse, back, there's a fasces, a bundle of sticks tied around an axe symbolizing unity and power, alongside an olive branch, representing peace. This combination of war and peace imagery made the Mercury dime one of the most iconic American designs ever. Created: country, United States of America. Denomination: 1 dime 10 cents. Year: 1917. Mint mark: none. Philadelphia Mint. Metal composition: 90% silver, 10% copper. Weight: 2.5 grams. Diameter: 17.9 millimeters. The 1917 dime was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; San Francisco, S. However, collectors often refer to the 6 mint variations when you include strike quality and full band details, split bands on the fasces. The Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark coins are the most common, but still very collectible, especially in higher grades like extra fine and uncirculated. Each mint had slight differences in metal quality, striking pressure, and luster, making every version unique to collectors. In 1917, the United States was involved in World War I. Silver was a critical material for trade and wartime production. The Mercury dime's design symbolized America's ideals of freedom and unity during a time of global conflict. Millions were produced for circulation, but due to the war and heavy coin usage, many were melted down or heavily worn, which makes surviving extra fine specimens like ours extremely rare today. Condition: extra fine. Now, the coin we're discussing today is in extra fine condition, meaning most of the original details are sharp and visible. You can still see strong lines on Liberty's wing cap, and the features on her face are clear and bold. Coins like this are considered premium collectible quality, as they show minimal wear and excellent definition, far above average circulation pieces. Market value today in dollars. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value of this coin. Even though the 1917 dime originally had a face value of only 10 cents, today it's a sought-after collector's item. Here's the approximate market value breakdown. As of 2025, good condition, $5 to $10. Fine condition, $15 to $25. Extra fine condition, $50 to $90. About uncirculated, $100 to $180. Uncirculated, $250. $400 plus full bands or high-grade mint state, up to $1,000 or more. Yes, that's right. A perfect or full bands version of the 1917 no mint mark Mercury dime has sold at auctions for over $1,200, depending on luster and preservation. Why its valuable historical significance? Made during World War I, symbol of American liberty and strength. Silver content. 90% silver makes it intrinsically valuable, low survival rate. Most were melted or heavily worn. Beautiful artistic design. One of the most admired coin designs in U.S. history. Collector demand. Still highly sought after in coin shows and auctions. If you ever find a 1917 Mercury dime in your old collection, or a coin roll, don't clean it. Cleaning reduces its value drastically. Collectors prefer the original, natural toning. Keep it in a plastic flip, airtight capsule, or even get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC for maximum resale value. The Mercury dime series continued until 1945, when it was replaced by the Roosevelt dime following President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death. But the Mercury dime remains a timeless classic representing America's golden age of coin design. Even over 100 years later, the 1917 one dime still stands out as a symbol of beauty, craftsmanship, and freedom. So friends, that's the story of the 1917 one dime, no mint mark. A 108-year-old silver coin that might look small, but carries a big piece of history and big value. If you find one in extra fine condition, you could be holding a coin worth $100 or more, or even a treasure worth thousands if it's a high-grade example. Top 2. The American one dime from 1918 with the S mint mark, also known as the 1918 S Mercury dime. This small silver coin might look simple, but don't let that fool you. In extra fine condition, this dime can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector market. We'll explore its history, mint background, rarity, and current market value in US dollars, plus how you can identify this valuable piece in your own coin collection. Stay tuned till the end, because this is one coin you don't want to overlook. The 1918 S1 dime belongs to the legendary Mercury dime series, officially known as the Winged Liberty Head dime. This design was created by the famous sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, the same artist behind the Walking Liberty half dollar. The Mercury dime series ran from 1916 to 1945, replacing the older barber dime design. The new design represented freedom of thought and liberty, perfect for a country emerging from World War I. On the obverse front side, Lady Liberty wears a wing cap symbolizing freedom of thought. Collectors started calling it the Mercury dime because the wings resembled those of Mercury, the Roman god of speed and communication. The reverse back features a fasces, a bundle of rods tied around an axe symbolizing unity and strength, paired with an olive branch representing peace. Together, they perfectly capture America's strength and desire for peace after the Great War. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 dime, 10 cents. Year: 1918. Mint mark: S. San Francisco Mint. Composition: 90% silver, 10% copper. Weight: 2.5 grams. Diameter: 17.9 millimeters. Edge: Reeded. In 1918, the Mercury dime was produced in 3 main U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver D. San Francisco S. However, advanced collectors often refer to 6 recognized mint strike types, based on strike sharpness, die variety, and full band details. The 1918 S Mercury dime was struck at the San Francisco Mint, and around 19 million coins were produced that year. But here's the twist: only a few survive today in extra fine or higher condition, making them extremely rare in the collector's market. San Francisco coins are famous for their softer strikes and lower survival rate. That's why high-grade examples with full details are much harder to find. The year 1918 was a crucial one in world history. It marked the end of World War I. The U.S. economy was adjusting from wartime production to peace, and silver coins were heavily circulated for trade and daily use. Because of this, many 1918 dimes were worn out quickly, melted for their silver, or lost to time. That's why finding one in extra fine condition today is so exciting. It's a survivor from an era that shaped modern America. Magnifying glass tilted left condition, extra fine example. An extra fine 1918 S Mercury dime has sharp, visible details. Liberty's hair and wing cap still have defined lines. The date and mint mark are clear. Most high points show only light wear. This condition shows the coin was used but very carefully handled, a perfect balance between age and preservation. Collectors love extra fine coins because they show beautiful design details without the high cost of mint state pieces. Market value in US dollars. Now, Let's talk about what this coin is worth today. Even though it started as just 10 cents in 1918, the 1918 Mercury dime can fetch impressive prices in the collector's market, depending on its grade. Condition: estimated value, USD good. $6 to $10 fine, $15, $25. Very fine, $35, $50 extra fine, $80, $120. About uncirculated. $180 to $250 uncirculated, $400, $1,000 plus. Some rare full bands versions with perfect line separation on the fasces have sold for $1,500 or more in auction. That's an incredible value jump for a coin once worth just 10 cents. Silver content. It's made from 90% pure silver, already valuable by weight. Historic year. Struck during the final year of World War I. Mint Marcus. San Francisco coins are scarcer and harder to find in top condition. Limited survivors. Most circulated heavily or were melted. Collector demand. The Mercury dime series is one of the most popular in U.S. coin history. If you own a 1918 dime, don't clean it. Cleaning lowers the coin's collector value. Always keep it in a protective holder or slab. You can even send it to a professional grading service like PGS or NGC to get it authenticated and graded. This can significantly increase its resale value. Also, look closely for full bands on the reverse. If you can see clear separation between the bands on the fasces, that's a jackpot feature collectors love. The Mercury dime series ended in 1945, replaced by the Roosevelt dime after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. But even today, the Mercury dime is remembered as one of the most artistic and beloved coin designs ever made by the U.S. Mint. It represents a golden age of American coin art and craftsmanship, and coins like the 1918 keep that legacy alive for collectors around the world. So friends, that's the full story of the 1918 Mercury dime, a small but mighty silver coin from the heart of American history. If you have one in extra fine condition, you could be holding a coin worth $100 or more, and if it's in mint state, possibly over $1,000. Always check your old coin jars, because treasures like this still appear in collections and estate sales every year. Top 3. The 1919 Mercury dime, a small silver coin with huge collector value. This one dime, struck over a century ago, carries history from the post-World War I era and can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today, depending on its condition and mint details. So stay with me till the end of the video as we cover its history, mint background, 6 mint types, and today's market value in US dollars. The 1919 Mercury dime belongs to the beautiful winged Liberty Head dime series, better known as the Mercury dime, designed by the famous sculptor Adolphe Weinman. The series was minted from 1916 to 1945, replacing the older barber dime. It symbolizes freedom of thought, strength, and peace, a perfect reflection of America recovering after World War I. On the front obverse, we see Lady Liberty wearing a wing cap representing freedom of thought. Collectors often mistook her for the Roman god Mercury, which is why the coin is famously called the Mercury dime. On the back reverse, the coin features a fasces, symbolizing unity and strength, paired with an olive branch, which stands for peace. This design combination became one of the most iconic in U.S. coin history, a true work of art in miniature silver. Country: United States of America. Denomination: 1 dime, 10 cents. Year: 1919. Mint mark: D. Denver Mint. Composition: 90% silver, 10% copper. Weight: 2.5 grams. Diameter: 17.9 millimeters. Edge: reeded in 1919. Mercury dimes were struck in 3 primary mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; San Francisco, S. However, advanced collectors often categorize 6 mint variations based on die types, strike quality, and full band details on the reverse. The 1919 Mercury dime was produced at the Denver Mint, with a total mintage of 9,939,000 coins. That might sound like a lot, but due to heavy circulation, very few survive in extra fine or better condition today, making this coin a rare and valuable collectible. The year 1919 was a time of major transition in America. World War I had just ended the previous year, and the U.S. was experiencing a mix of post-war optimism and economic adjustment. Coins like the 1919 D-dime were used in daily commerce for bread, newspapers, and transport, which means they were heavily circulated. Because silver was still valuable, many dimes from this era were melted down during later silver booms, reducing the number of surviving examples even more. That's why a 1919 D Mercury dime, in extra fine condition, is such a rare and exciting find for collectors today. Condition. Extra fine XF example. An extra fine XF 1919 D Mercury dime shows moderate wear but retains beautiful details. Liberty's hair and the wings on her cap are still sharp and visible. The facial features are clear, and the date and mint mark are bold on the reverse. The fasces lines are still well defined, though lightly worn. This level of detail tells us the coin was circulated but handled with care. Collectors love extra fine coins because they balance history and beauty, showing their journey through time while still maintaining their charm. Market value in US dollars. Now let's discuss what this coin is worth today. Even though it's just a 10-cent piece, the 1919 D Mercury dime is far more valuable to collectors. Here's an updated 2025 value guide. Condition. Estimated value USD. Good, $5, $8 fine, $15, $25 very fine, $35, $60 extra fine, $80, $120. About uncirculated, $150, $200. Uncirculated $300, $900 plus. If your coin has full bands, crisp horizontal lines on the fasces, it can sell for over $1,500 in top grades. That's an amazing profit for something once worth just 10 cents. Silver content. Made from 90% silver, so even its metal value is significant. Mint mark D. Denver Mint coins are harder to find in high grades. Historic year. Early post-war production adds historical significance. Low survival rate. Most coins were worn out, melted, or lost. Collector demand. Early Mercury dimes are favorites among numismatists. If you own a 1919 D Mercury dime, treat it carefully. Don't clean it. Cleaning can reduce its value. Keep it in a plastic holder or graded slab to protect it from damage. Check for full bands on the reverse. They add big value. Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC for authenticity and resale protection. If you're buying one, always purchase from a trusted dealer and compare strike sharpness. Denver Mint coins are known for slightly weaker strikes. The Mercury dime series remains one of the most admired designs in American coin history. Produced from 1916 to 1945, it witnessed 2 world wars and the Great Depression, a period that defined modern America. The 1919 D Mercury dime represents that era's craftsmanship, artistry, and resilience, values that still attract collectors even 100-plus years. Later, when the series ended in 1945, it was replaced by the Roosevelt dime, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yet the Mercury dime remains legendary among U.S. silver coins. Final thoughts. So friends, that's the full story of the 1919 D Mercury dime, a small silver coin with big history and even bigger collector value. If you own one in extra fine condition, it could easily be worth $100 or more, and if it's uncirculated with full bands, possibly $1,000 plus today. Top 4. If you have this coin in extra fine condition, it's not just a small piece of silver, it's a piece of American history and a valuable treasure. Let's start with the history behind this amazing coin. The Mercury dime series was minted from 1916 to 1945, designed by Adolph A. Weinman, one of America's most talented sculptors. On the obverse side, you'll see Lady Liberty wearing a wing cap symbolizing freedom of thought. Because of this design, people often mistook Liberty for the Roman god Mercury, which is how the coin got its popular name, the Mercury dime. In 1923, the United States was going through a period of economic recovery after World War I, and the San Francisco Mint produced a relatively small number of these dimes marked with a small S below the wreath on the reverse side. In 1923, only about 6.4 million Mercury dimes were minted at the San Francisco Mint, a much smaller mintage compared to other years. The S mint mark on the back identifies it as a San Francisco issue. The coin was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, with a total weight of 2.5 grams, and a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. Its silver content and fine craftsmanship make it one of the most admired dimes among collectors. Now, let's talk about condition. If your 1923 Mercury dime is in extra fine condition, it's a truly valuable collectible. In this grade, Liberty's face, wings, and olive branch details remain clear and visible. There's only slight wear, but the overall design and silver luster are still strong and attractive. Collectors love this grade because it balances beauty, history, and affordability all in one. Coin. Market value today. In today's market, the 1923 Mercury dime holds a high collector value. In extra fine condition, this coin is typically worth $40 to $80 USD. However, if the coin is in about uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can reach between $150 and $300 US. And at major auctions, top-graded examples have even sold for over $500 US. As silver prices rise and collector interest increases, this coin continues to grow in value year after year. The 1923 Mercury dime is well known among collectors for its limited mintage and historical importance. Because fewer high-quality examples survived over the years, its rarity has only increased. Collectors and investors both see it as a hidden gem of the Mercury dime series, a coin that beautifully represents American artistry, history, and value. So friends, if you own a 1923 Mercury dime, even in extra fine condition, you're holding a small but powerful piece of U.S. history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Worth Old Coins for more videos about rare and valuable coins from around the world. Remember, every old coin tells a story, and maybe your coin could be worth more than you think.